Oh, welcome YouTube, welcome Rumble, welcome Facebook. This is like an interesting video there. But just to let you know, there's also duplication in retail. Knowing back in 1856, no, 1886, in the year with Richard Warren Sears, since he was 23 at the time. And he was stationed, received a shipment of gold watches from a Chicago manufacturer. But the local consignee, which was a jeweler there known as Edward Stiggerson, which refused the unsolicited shipment. Well, in common, theme was going on, which was an existing scam, which at the time involved wholesalers who would ship their products to retailers who had not ordered them. Upon refusal, the wholesaler would then already offer the already price hiked the items to the retailer at a lower consignment cost in the guise of emulating the cost to ship them back. But the unspecific retailer would then agree to take out this no cost to ship, would agree to take this newfound bargain off the wholesaler's hand, and then mark the items and resell them to the public, and also making a small profit in this transaction. But Sturgis, like a rich retailer, just savvy to this type of operation, flatly refused the gold watch there. Of course, and like Richard Sears kind of jumped at the opportunity and made an agreement with the wholesaler to keep any profit he reaped above $12 with the wholesaler. Then set about offering his wares to other station agents among the railroad business, offering for the line for $14. Well, the watches were considered an item of urban sophistication at the time, which also because of the growth of the railways and and the recent application of time zones, which the farmers and the railroads needed to keep time accurately. Of course, which he had not been necessarily until then. But for those two reasons, the station and the agents didn't really have no trouble or any problem selling watches to passerbys. Well, within 6 months, Sears had netted at least $5,000 and felt so confident in his venture that he moved to Minneapolis and founded the R.W. Sears Watch Company and began placing advertisements in farm publications and mailing flyers to potential clients. And from that beginning, it was clear that Sears had a talent for writing promotional copy, and he took this personal approach in his ads, speaking directly to the rural and small town communities, for persuading them to purchase items by mail order. Of course, in 1887, Sears moved his company to Chicago, and which is an important transportation center of the Midwest states, and he also moved to nearby Oak Park, Illinois, in 1887, which he also hired a watch repairman known as Alva Curtis Roebuck to repair any watches that being returned. Well, Roebuck was Sears' first employee, and like a lady later became the co-founder of Sears Roebuck Company, which a lot of these baby boomers kind of remember their catalog back in the early 1890s and from the 1900s when Sears was only 28 years old. And like by that time, 1895, it became the co-founder of Sears and Roebuck Company, which was formed in 1891. Of course, like Sears since retired in 1908 at the age of 44, and Julius Rozan became the president. Of course, the first Sears catalog was published in 1893, offering only watches, and by the end of that decade, 1897, items such as men's clothing, ladies' clothing, plows, silverware, bicycles, athletic equipment are being added to the offering to the catalog, which by the time was like at least like by the 500-page catalog was sent to nearly 300,000 homes. And Sears catered to that rural customer because having been raised on a farm, and you knew what the rural customer needed. Of course, but from that time, there was other competitions known as Montgomery Wards, which also founded the boards and also had the catalogs as well. And there's Frank Winwood Woodward, which he borrowed $300 and opened a 5 cent store in Utica, New York. And like on February 22nd in 1879, of course it failed within weeks there, but he opened up his second store in April in 1879 in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and he expanded the concept to include merchandise priced at 10 cents. And by the 1889, Woolworth had 12 thriving stores within the 10 years. And from 1879 to the 1889, the sales had increased by 240%. By 1900, Woolworth's chain had grown to 59 stores with the sales over 5 billion. And Woolworth's desire for control even stretched further, than just the bounds of this company, and wanting to implement his ideas on a much larger scale, which he adopted the policy to acquire smaller chains of his competitors. Of course, 1911, the F.W. Woolworth Company was incorporated with 586 stores. And in 1913, Woolworth built the Woolworth Building in New York City at the cost of $13.5 million in cash. And with the catalog sales being implemented there, such as Joseph Spiegel, which was started in 1905, which is still founded back around London, England, which is pretty much maybe still in operation today. Tiffany's Blue Book, which was released in 1845, that was pretty much started the whole catalog mail order concept, and it was started by Charles Lewis Tiffany, and the country of origin was New York City in New York State there in the United States, and as well is also still in operation. And of course, other stores such as the Christie and Kmart, and also adopted the five and dime store concept with this chain originating in Boston in 1877 as the Butler Brothers, which also a mail order wholesaler selling general and variety store items. And at the turn of the 28th century, the Butler Brothers had over 100,000 customers within the United States as alone. As variety stores were penetrating their market, the company also founded the Ben Franklin chain, which specialized in crafts, like crafts at home, like such as sewing and painting and all such as hobbies and all that. So it's like all these department stores, which expanding back in the early 30s, the 40s, the 50s. You probably notice these anchor stores in the malls, Hudson's, Sears, J.C. Penney, Montgomery Ward's. Macy's was pretty much an icon in New York City. So this is like a concept that was started by one of the pioneers of Richard Warren Sears, which was started by pretty much by accident, by duplicating with catalog sales, mailing catalogs to rural customers, known as wish books, at pretty much at a discount and low cost price, which expanded in the retail concept of launching department stores all across the United States and the metro areas, which caused due to the boom with automobile sales that Henry Ford started. So this is William Droski. I do offer credit registration services to consumers and businesses as well. I'm looking for sales agents that also want to start their own cash flow, visual income earnings. Working from home. There's two ways to earn about it there. So if you want to choose many other opportunities, you might want to become a benefit consultant for Ameriplan, and they offer discounts on dental, vision, and chiropractic care, as well with telemedicine and savings on prescription drugs. So this is like a far concept. It was all about duplicating stuff on catalogs, mailing catalogs, which also expanded on the retail concept of offering discount on goods with department stores and five dime stores that kind of flourished from the early 1900s to the 1950s to the 60s and the 70s. So this is William Trusky. I'm just reminding you to shake the money tree, share this video far and wide there, and hit the subscribe channel if you like what I do. So it's like William Trusky. Just watch another video that I have off to offer. So not to mention embracing entrepreneurship. I also have videos on Rumble and Patreon, and also have groups on locals, and also have groups on Gab and Schmooze, as well with Facebook and other concepts and social media. So it's William Trotsky, and it's like shake the money tree and watch another video.